Okay, we are going to be continuing our statistics section today by making box and whisker plots. They're often just called box plots. I like to call them box and whisker because that's kind of what they look like. And because who doesn't like to think of the cute little kitty cat with the whiskers? That's my super awesome kitty cat drawing. It's as good as it's getting. We are going to start with the same information that we started for our last video, the quartile and interquartile range, since it's the first part. So the first thing you need to do is find your quartile 1, your quartile 2, and your quartile 3 data, which we already know how to do, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump to that. The first step is to define your quartiles. I'm not going to go through how to do this. If you don't understand, please watch the video on quartiles and interquartile range that I created. This is the same exact information, so they are the same exact quartiles. You do need to know your minimum point, your maximum point. This is often called the lower extreme value and the upper extreme value. You need to know your value of Q1 or your lower quartile, your value of Q3 or your upper quartile, and your median, which is the same thing as your second quartile. Unlike most other charts, the box and whisker plot does not use all of the information. It's only going to give the information, only 5 pieces of information. Lower extreme, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and upper extreme. Our next step is going to be to draw a number line with a 5-point summary. Those 5 points, once again, are your lower extreme, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and upper extreme. I, of course, did not pick super easy points to graph for myself. But you can see that I have my 5 data points graphed. My lower extreme being over here 18, my quartile 1 number 62.5. Yes, that says 62.5. These styluses are not easy to write with. 85.5, just slightly to the right of the 80 and the 90. 92 and 98. Once you have your 5-point summary, you're now going to connect your 3 center points with a box. You start by connecting your quartile 1 to quartile 3. So you notice we have the box that goes from quartile 1 to quartile 3. We are going to put a divider in right at quartile 2, or the median. And now we just need to add our whiskers. Your whisker is going to go from your first quartile data to your lower extreme, and from your third quartile data to your upper extreme. Again, I apologize for how messy it is. It's really hard to draw with the stylus on the iPad. Okay, so we have our box and whisker plot, and from this you can actually get a lot of information. If you want to find your interquartile range, you know you're just subtracting your top of the box, taking away the bottom of the box, or subtracting the bottom of the box from the top of the box. You can find your median. You can find your entire range of data because you have the upper extreme and the lower extreme. So that would be your lower extreme subtracted from your upper extreme. Again, the box and whisker plot actually doesn't give us a ton of information. It gives us a really quick snapshot of what our information looks like. We can tell that we have quite a bit more information between the 60 and 98 mark, or the 60 and 92 mark, way more than we have from the 60 to 18, right? Because we have 75% of our data right here between our first quartile information and our upper extreme. 75% of our information is fairly close together. Only 25% of the information is here.